I think fatigue is one of the most overlooked aspects of sports betting, and most people do not look at it close enough. They just look at who's on a back-to-back, which does not tell us the full story. Inside Data Streak, we created an NBA fatigue radar that doesn't just tell you who's played a lot of minutes lately, who's coming off a back-to-back, but also factors in travel, changing time zones, and all the other aspects that affect players on a day-to-day basis. So instead of guessing who's tired, you have it all in one place. How many games have they played in the past week? How many minutes have they played? Because just because they have games doesn't mean that they're playing. But also we factor in travel. How far have they flown, and have they crossed any time zones that are going to affect their overall fatigue? And we give everybody a simple fatigue score, so you're not guessing who's gassed and who is fresh as hell right now. So let's hop inside, and I'm gonna show you a few NBA examples. All right, I'm here inside the NBA fatigue radar, and I'm gonna show you how this works. So we can see here, it's got all the players that are playing on the next slate. Now we only have 2 games on the next slate, so less players than normal showing up here, but all of them are gonna have a score. We see Paolo Banchero has the lowest score of 39, and that is because he plays a lot of minutes. He doesn't have a ton of rest days. He's played 3 games in the last 7 days, and he has traveled 860 miles. So we're tracking the travel, all of that, and putting it into a score, so you can look at every slate and see, okay, which players here are the most tired and which are the most rested. We also, if we're looking at a certain team and want to break it down by team, we can do that. So we'll go to Golden State, and it's showing all of their travel. You'll see the players that do not play as much have higher scores. So if they haven't played much at all, or they don't play a ton of minutes, they're going to be affected less than a player like Steph Curry, who has a 41 fatigue score, and he's traveled a little bit, played 3 games, he plays 29 minutes a game. So same with Brandon Podziemski. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm not perfect with every name pronunciation, but same thing, 31 minutes a game. He's traveled. Obviously, if they're on the same team, they have the same travel schedule, so it's going to be the same there. But in terms of minutes per game, how much they're playing, if they're playing more than normal, it's going to show up in the fatigue radar. So before you're locking in a team that you like, or you want to look a little further and have something to verify your thinking on a certain play, you might want to check the fatigue radar and make sure that you're not playing a team that's absolutely exhausted, or you find the teams that are exhausted playing teams that are very rested, and from there you could target the more rested team because they're probably going to be in better shape for that game. Now, does that mean they're going to automatically win? No, but it is something else that we can look at when we're looking at everything on the board to analyze everything each day. So that's how I use the NBA fatigue radar. I find players that have played a lot of games lately, a lot of minutes lately. Also, how far have they flown or traveled, and have they been passing through any time zones that are also going to affect them? If you want to try this out for yourself, click the link in the description, create a free Data Streak account, play around with the NBA fatigue radar along with all the other tools inside that I've talked about on these videos.